Praise the Lord. Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Lesia, the Preacher. I hope you can hear me. I'm speaking as loud as I can. Um, my nephew is playing music, but I just wanted to share something really quick, and I think it's leaving just that fast. I just posted something on Facebook. What did I just post? I post so much stuff on Facebook. Oh yeah, I was watching a YouTube channel talking about the uprise of white supremacy, the next generation, and and I just want to say that this is the time that everything is switching. What was once used against us, we can use those same laws for us. Sometimes you can take the weapon out of the enemy's hand. It's the same weapon, but take it from the enemy's hand, put it in your hand. But when it's in your hand, it means something different. So for example, let me see if I can come up with something good. Women, black men, if you don't want any more white men or women at this point marrying your black women, well then put a law in place. You know what I'm saying? Make it illegal for white people to marry anybody black. Make it illegal. It didn't work. Changing the law didn't really help nobody's life. Really, at the end of the day, we thought being able to marry white people would allow us to have a better life. That's what we thought. And they let just enough of us make the multi-millions so it'll appear that it worked. You know? But for the most part, most of the celebrities, they hanging on by a thread. Contract bullshit threads. You know? And so the rest of us, we have to do the best we can where we stand. And so, again, these laws affect us, regular, everyday, millions and millions of people, billions of people all over the world. This affects us. These rich people, this ain't got nothing to do with them, okay? Right now, they need our vote. They need our vote. And black people, I'm black. No matter what's inside of here, I'm so dark, no one questions my black. I'm so dark and my hair is nappy enough, no one asks questions. No, I got a black pass. I got a black pass. My hair is nappy enough. My skin is dark enough where I got a black pass. Hey, there was a time being black meant I need to hide. Oh my God, disguise myself and hide my black as well. But now my black is just like all free. And so again, if I was a black man and I felt that there was a shortage of good black women, which y'all consider good, I have a whole different concept of what a good woman is, honey. Okay? But I understand what y'all working with. Y'all working with y'all man. And in y'all man, a good woman is XYZ. And I already played that woman. I played her very well. But I fired her. Okay? And it's a new woman on board. Okay? And so this woman here is saying, black men, if you don't want white people, men and women, because of the way the current laws is, because of a black man, you see, y'all don't look deep enough. Just because somebody got some brown skin and their hair texture is a certain way, or their birth certificate may indicate some shit, or, you know what I'm saying? You know, we just fall for any damn thing because of, you know, because see, my black is West African blood. I got West African blood up in me. I also have Native American, Indian blood in me. But no one ever asked any of those questions because I'm black enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm black enough, hair nappy enough, where no questions are asked. I would love to have a relationship with my, West African brothers and sisters. I'm a descendant. I would love to have the freedom to go and come as I please to the land that I was sold from and stolen from. It was all illegal. Whether I was sold from one hand, and stolen from the other hand, you know what I mean? It don't matter which hand, what color the hand was. It was all a bad transaction, a legal transaction, and it was wrong. It was wrong for Africa and it was wrong for America to be in such a business arrangement. It was wrong on both sides. And I think both the continent and the United States, Africa and America, they both owe us some shit. They both owe us. How about that? They both owe us the freedom to access both lands without being looked at as disgusting mutts. I don't feel good enough to go to Africa because you sold me off. I don't feel at home in America because you treat me like a slave. Still, you do. So y'all both need to get together. Trump, thank you for going over there and winning over Africa. Thank you for doing that. You set the stage for Africa and America to come together and treat us right. Y'all both wrong. And all y'all owe us an apology. Us. People who were sold and purchased illegally. Not everybody was treated that way. Not everybody. And that's how you guys mock us. The black people that know that they didn't come from the slave ships, they mock us. They think they're better than we are. Because your descendants didn't come through on slave ships that you're aware of. Well, I'm aware where I came from. I'm aware, very aware. And I don't think that shit is funny. Africa, don't be acting like you don't owe us nothing. America, don't be acting like you don't owe us nothing. Y'all better come together and y'all better recognize I may not know everything because you ain't gonna allow that shit. But I know enough to know when I'm raped, robbed over and over and over until I die. I know that much. Well, I'm tired. And I ain't got nothing to lose. Nothing. Because you're taking it all. Anyway. Anyway. And I didn't forget what the video was even about when I started. This is interesting what it evolved to. But black men, if you want to preserve your women and your children, you need to negotiate. You need to change the laws to protect your family, and you got to honor that shit. No black woman had access to a white man with permission until black men had access to white women before. I think. I think, through the sports and stuff, through sports, and it may not have always been legal, but black men had the spotlight of being able to, present a public relationship with white women. Black men opened the door to the lifestyle. And so once the black man crossed over and felt accepted in the world of white life and relationship and love, which there's nothing wrong with it. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it, is the point. The point is there's nothing wrong with it. But we make it wrong. We make it wrong. And as long as we make it wrong, there will always be injustice. And at some point, justice must win at some point. But obviously, it's not the point now. We didn't make it yet. We missed the mark. We were called to unite, and we failed. We had the chance, but we blew it, and we still blowing it. And until we get it right, well, we need to take these laws and shift it around and protect ourselves with the law. We have to protect ourselves with the law because we're stuck here. Some of us go over to Africa and we try to make it work over there. You know what I mean? We feel a little bit better, about ourselves. We make amends and work it out. Great. That's wonderful. Especially if you're young. They have all these criteria. They have a value system on who's worthy to go over there. Well, I'm 51. I'm on husband number 2. So I don't have no value in Africa. I don't have no value there. You can look on my Facebook, the African men. Oh, we don't do that over here. Kind of stuff. I already knew that from college. I went to college with African students, and then when they were done with their education, within a certain amount of time, they had to go back home. You know what I mean? So, and then, a couple of our sisters from college, a few of us decided to marry. I didn't. But, they decided to marry. But, I don't have a problem with marrying anybody. I don't have a problem. I just got certain standards, that I like stuff in writing. The terms and conditions. So I would marry an African man, but an African man would not marry me. See, you know what I'm saying? I would. Why not? But I have no value to an African man. I don't. And I know that. I have no value to African American men. Zero value. No black woman does. It's all over the internet. We have zero value. And then you're going to always have a few black men that say, well, I do. Well, you do, yes, and thank you. Thank you. But you're a small number. You need to recruit some friends. And y'all need to take over the bigger number. Right now, the bigger number, there's more black men that has zero use for a black woman, than men who do. Let's just say maybe, that 80-20 rule thing, whatever. Okay, the value of a black woman in a black man's mind in America. I'm talking, America, us mutts, the black mutts, Afro, Afro mutts. You know what I'm saying? Us, me. I'm talking about me, us. The people that nobody else wants to claim. They don't want to be responsible for us no more. They're in agreement to exterminate us because we have no value. Our men have no value. Our women have no value. Nobody wants to claim us. Nobody wants to pay us. Nobody wants to, quote unquote, give us land. We already own land. We already own land. It's just that we chase dollars up north. We gave up our land ownership just 1 or 2 generations ago. Gave up our southern land ownership to come up north. And us northerners are left hanging. We didn't make those decisions. We didn't make the decision to be, left abandoned in these cities. So we need our land back in the South. And some of our family in the South still own that land because not everybody left. Not everybody left the South. But those who did leave, those family members found ways to cut us off from our land ownership. They found ways to do it. Do your research. Some of us have heir property, meaning that anyone born from a certain bloodline inherits, period. And can't no family member kick you out of the bloodline. They can't. They can kick you out their mind. They can kick you out, kick you out their pocket. They can kick you out of a lot of places, but they cannot kick the blood out of you. They still kin to you. They still kin to you. Yeah. So we need to, survive. We need to take the laws of hate and flip it where it benefits us. We thought being able to marry whoever we wanted would make our life better. Well, we were wrong. It worked for a few of us, but it didn't work for enough of us, for the rest of us to stay like we are. You know what I mean? We can't afford to keep losing ourselves, diluting ourselves. We can't afford to keep diluting ourselves, losing ourselves. Even though we're still even though we're a strong mixture of everybody else, our Africans still pop through. Some of us, no matter how much white or Chinese or Indian or I don't know, just whatever, no matter what is mixed in. Some of us is just gonna be dark. Some of us are just gonna be nappy head. We just, you know. So I think those of us who are still dark enough, we need to come together. We need to come together and keep our dark. People don't ask questions. It don't matter what dark is in me. It don't matter what my dark is made of. You know what I mean? like for example, when we was growing up, if you weren't black, then you was white. When I was growing up, it wasn't a lot of Chinese people, and it wasn't a lot of other, what I'm saying? I remember when the quote unquote Arabs came in. I'm a city girl, so I'm using city girl language. I remember when the Arabs came in, they came in owning gas stations off the rip. We ain't never owned no gas station, but this other group of people come in with ownership off the rip. Wow, how did that happen? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to do the best we can, even though we might be high and drunk most of the time. Even the drunkest of us, the highest of us, if we still alive, we still making babies. How else are we gonna live? Those of us who are too educated to have kids, well then how else are we gonna multiply? How else are we gonna multiply? And then we have no choice but to marry quote unquote up. And once you go up, you ain't coming back down. And once you not coming back down, if your back is against the wall, who you gonna choose? You gonna choose the people, who bites the hand that feed them. No one is gonna bite the hand that feed them. Nobody. Nobody's gonna bite the hand that feed them. Mm-hmm. Right. And those who do, a couple of things are gonna happen to you. It's gonna be some consequences to that shit. At some point there's gonna be a consequence. One way or the other. Because the person that's being bit, they're so focused on the bite. You bit me. But they never ask, why did you bite me? Why is the person biting me and I'm feeding them? Why? No one wants to know the why. They just want to focus on the fact, I'm feeding you. You biting me. You stubborn. You know what I mean? They just want to focus on the stop and not focus on the why. And it's okay. We're all different. But the point is, and I keep trying to pull myself back to the point, we got to protect ourselves. If the federal government does not, well, I don't know who funds the police. Does the state? I don't know. But anyway, if the government, I'll just say the government, if the government does not fund their own police, if they don't fund their own police, then, we have no choice but to protect ourselves. We have no choice. And it's okay, we'll figure it out. Because, we're just the people. Being the people is supposed to mean something, but obviously it don't. So we the people. We just the people. So at this point, and the government is at war. The government, mentally, which affects our physical life. See, what they don't understand is, and when they do understand, I'm not going to say what they don't understand. They understand because they do all this research, and they get free research out of us. They get free research out of us. It's deep. So they take everything from us. Anything that come out of us belongs to them, and they use it. Some of us get paid, but most of us don't get paid for what comes out of us. I've never been properly compensated for all that's come out of me. All the love, all the teaching, all the you know, fostering and adopting, and all the you know, all the people that I was their classmates. Even though I didn't get far as they got, I was still their classmate. My iron still sharpened your iron as a student in your class. There's value in there's every part of me, inside and out, has value. People will slice you up for your organs and sell your organs. We got value inside and out. You know what I mean? So we got to negotiate. This is negotiations. And how we negotiate is we create the standard. Create the standard and then vote accordingly. See, we have these wild standards out there because there are no other standards going against it. There's no good standards that to counteract the bad ones that are out there. We need more solutions, and these solutions need to be in writing. And we need to go before the courts. We need to keep the system flooded. Keep it flooded with our ideas, with our demands. Just keep it flooded. Use the system against its own self in every way possible. Take the weapon out of the enemy's hand. Change the value of that same weapon and use it to protect ourselves. If we can't use it to free ourselves, then we have to use it to protect ourselves. And I say we need to change the laws to protect ourselves so that we can keep being fruitful and multiply the best way we can. We're on our own. We, dark skin, I'm just saying, dark skin, nappy headed black people in America, we are on our own like never before. But it's not the end of the world. It's a beautiful thing because it's forcing segregation. It's forcing segregation. But when you do that, you also create opportunity too. You know what I mean? So every storm will end, has a beginning, middle, and an end. And at the end of that storm, we're promised a rainbow. Okay? Which means that there's just going to be so many opportunities. And at the end of that rainbow are treasures, meaning that these may be like generational blessings. The things that we come up with as we survive all of this war that we're in, this governmental war, this religious war. See, all these big things are over our heads, it's like an international war, and people are tugging, they're tugging, the different governments, all the religion, they're all up above us fighting in the courts and just in their, behind their desk or in their basements or in the streets, whatever they're doing, if we just stay home, really, if we just stayed home and let them do what they do, if we recognize what's really going on, that we really get in the way, because our government is not a just one. It's not just, it's not balanced, it's not fair. And because it's not, then we need to recognize when we're ineffective as the people, because we're just people. So we need to recognize when we're in the way. It's like when your parents are fighting. Some of us jump in and try to help our parents. And then other of us just, stay to the side. You know what I mean? You recognize you're a child, and you recognize that that's their choice. That's their, your heart go out for each child. Your heart go out for the children. It do. So right now we got the political wars and religious wars, and we got all these international wars and health organization wars, and all this stuff going on. Natural wars, just natural wars going on. Just nature warring with itself. That's happening. We're in the midst of all these natural disasters and things. So there's the energy in the world is very tense energy. But even in the midst of all this tense energy, we still need to be logical. But you can't be logical without emotion too. I know men take pride in, I just want to be logical and just think. And that's fine. But it's not our nature to be that way. It's not. It's when you do that, you're fighting against your own nature. And nature always wins. Nature always wins. It will. Nature will pull you right on back from all that overthinking, from all that logic, because you do have one X chromosome. You do have one female chromosome. And you, as a man, got a Y chromosome. You have a Y, which is male. You, the man, and you have an X, which is female. But we as women, we got two X's. We all the way female, no questions asked. No questions asked. We're female. No doubt. No doubt. No questions asked when a woman's a woman. But with men or a man, having the X and a Y, that's what separates you. The Y separates you from the female, And you're gonna look out for women, even as logical as you want to be. There's still something about the emotion of a woman that's gonna win you over. Yeah, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you. One way or the other, we're gonna get you. We're gonna win you over. It's just nature, and we're, being an man, a man, you have a male and female tendency about you just naturally. And biologically, like scientifically, they call it an X and Y chromosome. But biblically, it's just called male, female. You know what I'm saying? Male, female, X and Y, male, female, kind of thing. when you want to connect the Bible to science. To me, women, we don't have that confusion in our life at all, because we have two X's, and we easy to identify as female. Very easy. Yeah, very easy to identify. Men, however, it is a struggle to identify whether a man is a man or a woman. Sometimes it's really hard to identify, you know. And a lot of men will tell you, that's something that men won't deny, that there are some men out there that can really trick them. Some men out there that really trick them. They think they being with a woman and they not. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, but, you know, a woman will, you know, just ways for a woman to be easily identified. It's just nature for us to be easily identified. You know, so there's no confusion with us, where with men it is. So protect you know, men, you're gonna have to protect, you know, the natural part of yourself. You have an X and a Y. It's natural for you, at the end of the day, no matter how logical you are, you're gonna protect the female emotional side of your own self. Your own self. You can't deny yourself. You can't. So, you know, remember all that when you know, as you consider the laws. Now I'm zeroing back into black men specifically. You're going to have to protect yours. Because, see, you know, you spent decades integrating in the white man's world, including his women, you know, very lavishly. Okay. But now, you know, the political climate has changed so much till the black man has to rebel some kind of way. You all are not gonna let yourselves just punk out like that. You just not. I can't see. You know what I'm saying? You not. Y'all don't want to go out looking like a bunch of gay brothers. That's what y'all look like. I'm a woman, a black woman, dark skin, nappy hair, 51, and I'm just telling you what a African American man look like. A bunch of gay brothers. Is that how you want to go out? A bunch of gay niggas who hate women. Hate women. Look at the internet. Whole bunch of stuff on there. How much black men hate black women. So men who love black women, you need to make some videos. Get on YouTube and flood YouTube, flood Facebook, flood Instagram with how much you love your women. Say it. Say it. Say it. I love her. Put it out there. Because right now, the I hate women black men is dominating right now. They're winning. I hate black women those are the winners right now. They're winning. We don't hear black men yelling from the rooftops. We don't hear y'all yelling from the rooftops that you love us. I don't hear y'all. Y'all saying bye. Before I tell you I love you, bye. You know what I'm saying? But I hear from the other ear, from the rooftops, how much you hate me. Every day, all day. I'm stupid, I'm a bitch, all of that shit. I'm hearing it all day. But I do not hear on a daily basis how much a black man loves me. I don't hear it. Every day. All day. In fact, they don't even want to be around me anymore. They don't even want to be around me. I'm delusional. I'm extreme. I'm angry. Yeah. And it don't even matter why. It doesn't matter why. It don't matter. No one cares. But I'm gonna close this video. Black men, if you want to keep your women, then you need to fight for her. You're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to fight hard, and you're not gonna be the only one fighting. You know, you're not. First of all, white men don't have to fight. They don't have to fight. We already got food stamps, Section 8, which is about to go away. It's about to go away. And then after that, it's going to be whatever they say we do, we got to do it. Once they take the food stamps and Section 8 away, then they own us. They own us. Because you're gone, hate me, and gone. You hate me and you're gone. Once they take the free shit away from me, I'm just going to speak for me. Once they take the free shit away, then I'm in the streets. And I'm doing whatever the white men say. Whatever. 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 Any man say. Any. I don't know about you, but I don't think our ancestors, the actual slave ones, would be okay knowing that, you know, I'm a great, however many great granddaughter is on the streets after how hard they've worked, begging for bread, left for dead. After all that righteousness, after all that praying, after all the submission, oppression, cooking, cleaning for everybody, you know, after all of that, it boils down to